Welcome to Count With Me. I'm Robin, and we are counting the Omer. Today, let's see what letter we have. This should look familiar to you if you have been following along, because this letter is a Vav, and it's the same letter that we had on the third day. So we had this letter on the third day, and today is the sixth day. We have it again. Isn't it fun that we have the Vav, which has a numerical value of 6, and we have it on the sixth day. So that should help you to remember the numerical value of the Vav. Remember that the Vav acts like a verb, and if you were playing Scrabble or Upwards, like our family likes to do, then you would want to get a Vav quite often because it's used in so many words. That's one reason that we've already encountered this 2 times. We actually are encountering this letter 9 times in our lessons over the counting of the Omer, because we're studying the letters in the Shema, and we're starting with the last letter of the Shema, the 49th letter, and we're moving our way up the ladder, up the 49 levels, as we count, up to the very first letter of the Shema. This letter, as I said, acts oftentimes like a vowel, and so if we were playing Scrabble or if we were playing Upwards, we would want to get a lot of Vavs so that we could win the game. And in order to win the game of life, we want to have the man. Vav, it represents a man. It represents the Messiah. It's the number 6. And this is a constant lesson and a constant reminder of the Messiah in our lives, because this is the 6 is a man. Now, you can also think of it as a pipe, a conduit. It's also a connector. We talked a little bit about that in our last lesson, so if you want to know more about the Vav, go back to day 3. Today is day 6. We've already counted the Omer a little bit earlier, and we are on the second to the last word in the Shema. The last word is Va'ed, forever, or Aid can also be a witness. Well, we're going to talk more about that later when we get up into the first line of the Shema. And Leolam is the second to the last word. So the last 2 words of the Shema are Leolam, Va'ed. Leolam, let's see here, how would we... Probably we would translate. It's translated, the last line is translated like this: Blessed is the name of his glorious kingdom for all eternity. Leolam would be like a word that would mean forever or eternal, going on and on and on without measure. And it's very interesting to me that the middle letter of this word Leolam is the letter Vav, which we have today. And for those of you who know anything about chiastic structure in teaching and in learning, chiastic structure is when the concepts on either side of a principle kind of point into that central point. And that's what we have in this word Leolam. We have 5 letters, and the central letter, the middle letter, is the Vav. And it's the letter that's holding, is like it's holding the word together. Eternal. And that's what God is. That's what the Messiah is. It's the eternality. It's the foreverness. And we can really focus on that for this day, for 6th day. Now, we should also be thinking about the number 6 having to do with the 6 days that lead up to the 7th day, the 6 days of creation that lead to the 7th day of rest. And in fact, we can use for our scripture today the end of Genesis chapter 1, in the end of the 31st verse, right into the second chapter. This is the beginning of the Erev Shabbat, the Shabbat evening service, when we start to say the blessing when we lift the wine. And we say Yom HaShishi, the sixth day. There's a pronouncement, Yom HaShishi, the sixth day. Then we go into chapter 2. Thus the heaven and the earth were finished, and all their array. By the seventh day, God completed his work, which he had done. I like the way that it says it in the Siddur, which he had created to make. God created the work to make it. And he abstained on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. So the 6 millennial periods lead up to the seventh, and we are in the latter part of the 6th millennium. Why is that important? It's important because we are looking forward to the day when Messiah, or in Hebrew Mashiach, makes his second appearance. He's been here once as Messiah, son of Joseph. He is returning as Messiah, son of David, as the conquering king, to pull the kingdom completely together, to pull the rest of the pieces together, pulling heaven and earth, and making everything one again. In the process, though, there is a battle between kingdoms, and here we are with our, let me hold up our Vav again, with our swords drawn. Our swords are ourselves, because we are vessels, we are swords, and we are also using the sword of the Spirit, which is his word, which has come down to earth. It has been brought to us in the form, it was written down on Torah scrolls, on stone tablets, translated into Torah scrolls, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us in the form of our Messiah. Thank you so much for counting with me. I hope that you have a wonderful time on day 6, meditating and thinking about this letter and its numerical value. And I pray that you will have many wonderful insights about how you can be a Vav, a wonderful connector in this world.